Nation.
Profanity Nation.
Yeah, it's the new era of man for some old school fans with a new school brand. We got money on the mic with the plan in hand. And Stat Pat to his left, they go hand in hand. And to the right, we got Simpster, he putting it down. It's the Profanity Nation, we running the town. Yeah,
It's the Profanity Nation.
Profanity Nation.
Welcome to the Profanity Nation podcast, where we are the voice of the professional fan. As always, I am joined here by my co-hosts. You know them, we love them. My guy, Money Mike, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great. I mean, Lakers not, but I'm doing great.
The Lakers didn't do so good last night.
No.
Step Hat?
Yeah, we got to talk about that. I mean,
Yeah.
what's happening? Dude?
Yeah.
Like that?
Unless you live under a rock, Lakers got smoked by the Philadelphia 76ers last night. That's not pretty. You know, the Lakers, guys, let's just start there. Lakers have not found their rhythm on the road. They have difficulties on the road. Yeah. That's for sure. We originally, I think last week on this show, we were talking about, or the week before, that they've held home court relatively well.
Yes.
But on the road, it's a different story. Stat, what's going on?
It's weird. You would think that a team that has won big games in the playoffs last year, that won on the road to extend series, would have that that gear that could go ahead and close out games. But they're sometimes when they're playing against a good opponent, they're getting blown out. And then if they're playing a regular opponent, they're not winning these games. Now, of course, crypto is now a fortress, which I'm happy about.
Yeah.
But at the same
Teams are
time,
going to need that, especially with these road records.
yeah, you just can't keep dropping these road games because at the end of the day, you want home court advantage at least in the first round.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I don't have really. I mean, I can say injuries, but I mean, I'm looking at the box score and I'm looking at different things, and Money might be going to touch on that because some things don't make sense.
Yeah, Money Mike. The Lakers overall didn't perform well. Now, granted, we had a starting lineup. Prince was back in the lineup, but we're starting Max Christie here. Hachimura's out, so forth. We all expected more? We definitely expect the blowout. What were your initial
I
thoughts?
just want to double check. Did LeBron play?
Barely. Yeah.
He played. Looked like
Yeah, he played
30 minutes. He
30
played
minutes
like
or
30
so.
minutes. Okay,
18
so
points or something?
18 points, right?
30
18
minutes,
points, 5 assists, 0 rebounds,
Mm-hmm.
right? I don't understand. At least AD had a double, 17 points. 11 rebounds, 2 assists.
That's a
But
small double for
here-
AD.
but here's my thing.
That's like minimal
here's my thing.
expectations.
Yeah.
My biggest complaint about LeBron, and I'm not gonna put this complete loss on him because obviously it's a team game. My biggest complaint with LeBron is that he stat pads, right? He gets 30 points when it really doesn't matter. You know what I mean? And now, hey yo, we needed that. Like, we needed those points. So for y'all, you guys get 19 points in the first quarter. You give up 30. You got 14 points in the fourth quarter, and you gave up 40.
40 in the fourth.
You're not, dog. You're not getting an offensive rebound. You're not getting a defensive rebound. You only got 18 points. You only got 5 assists. Then people gonna make excuses for him. Where is that 30 points, the 10 assists in that game? It's okay to lose a game. It's not okay to lose a game by 38 points, 40 points. Like,
And that brings up, to my mind at least, a question. I'll go with you on Stat. When is the last time we've had a victory like that? Now, don't get me wrong. We've had victories. We were just chatting it up. Oh, they got to take the fourth quarter off. But, I mean, a 40-point fourth quarter when they already had the victory. That means they didn't let their foot off the gas. That means they stuck it to them. They poured salt in the wound. They didn't care. The Lakers just don't ever show that anymore, it seems like.
Yeah, I mean, we've always talked about the lack of a killer instinct on this team, where you want to go ahead and bury the team. Now, I don't know where that comes from. I mean, we can always point fingers and look at the top and see that's the demeanor of our leaders of our team.
Players or coaches or front office?
I think if you really want to be honest, look at the whole temperament.
The whole team.
If you want to look at it, look at everybody. Look how losses are blasé. I mean, they're like, oh, we just gotta get it better. We gotta do it. that kind of language was nobody's taking it. No one's taking it personally. So like when you look at, I mean, I hate to, but you only can compare what you know, right? And I'm saying this because obviously my metric is, I can go back as far as Magic and Kareem and all of them. But my measure is always Shaq and Kobe and Phil Jackson. If we're talking about from the top, Phil Jackson's going to set the tone. He's going to ruffle your feathers because he's going to say some slick shit in the press. So you got your feathers already ruffled. Then he already knows that, guess what? Because I got the bullies. You guys don't have the bullies. I'm going to talk all crazy because I have the bullies.
Yep.
So now Shaq and Kobe is going to make sure they're going to back up all of that. And they're going to say some things themselves. And if they lose, they're not going to sit there and be like, this is one game. They're going to be mad because they're looking at you, and if you beat the Lakers by 44 points at your house, you have to come to the dojo. And if you come back home, you know that the Lakers have already premeditated, like, we're going to make sure we're going to even the score. You're not going to leave out of there without at least a 20-point loss because they're going to really put it to you. There is no, incentive. There is no kind of, like, fire. And, yes, if we let's think about the demeanor of Darvin Ham. Yes, he's cool, calm, collected. Have you ever seen him mad?
No.
Never. When it comes to LeBron, you have to personally attack LeBron for him to be mad. But the game itself does not make LeBron mad.
Like a loss in itself. No.
Right, does not make it mad.
He just reflects on his own
Exactly.
game and how he
yeah, it can be better. Same thing with AD. When does AD get to the point that he even shows the emotion where he's going to show you that fire? So if you're asking me, how can you get blown out by 44 points and why we haven't blown anybody out by that much in a long time, let's look at the demeanor from the top and see that permeates throughout the whole squad. It goes throughout. If you have a person like Kobe Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal, where you feel that you got to make sure your I's are dotted and your T's are crossed, and you need to make sure execution, and you got Phil Jackson and Tex Winter, and Hamlin, and you're talking about execution. This is what's being drilled. What's being drilled right now is, hey, you know what? We just trying to we don't have our complement of players. You got players on the court.
You got NBA players.
NBA players on the court. They have to be scraped, and like you said, money is no way. And we gotta love LeBron because he's a part of our team. But at the same time, I can't accept 0 rebounds. Can't accept 0 rebounds. Because rebounds get rings, whereas Pat Riley would say, rebound wins rings. And so you are getting 0 rebounds. You're not. It's like kind of like if you're a defensive player and you don't have 4 fouls at least.
Yeah, you're not getting involved.
You're not getting involved. You know what I'm saying? So yes, this is rebounds, fouls, playing defense. These are effort plays, and we saw a lack of effort.
You know,
18 points.
We should call this
2 minutes for the G6.
by the box. So we should call this little segment by the box. And what that is if you just go off the box score, that's not enough. So you didn't have to watch the game to know that 0 rebounds from LeBron is saying that he wasn't being aggressive, he wasn't getting in there, he wasn't making his presence felt. Definitely on the defensive end and offensive end. So, by the box, he didn't play. Now, if you watch the game, maybe you got a different feel, but by the box,
right.
It didn't show up.
And you got those PER numbers, you got the plus minus numbers. You could have other statistics where you can see that if you're losing the rebounding battle, sometimes that correlate to a loss. If you're definitely losing, if you're definitely losing the 3-point percentage battle, if you see that, and some team is shooting over 50%, and the Lakers shooting 26% from 3, and they're shooting over 15 threes a game, then that's going to inflate. And when the last time the Lakers had one of those kind of wins?
They just have where they just keep their foot on the pedal. That they don't let. They always get money. I know it frustrates you. They'll get up 20 and they let it go. They'll get up 24, they let it go. Just the same way they'll go down 24 and come back almost. It's like when you just put your foot on them, just keep going, right on the throat. Just
they're conserving energy.
Oh yes, for what? To get knocked out?
To be the 5th seed.
To be the 5th seed.
I mean, they're the 8th seed now, though. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, but I'm saying they're gonna make that run. And they're gonna make everybody. Oh God, we made it. We got the first round. Home court advantage. We did well this year. No, we were a championship contending team. thing is, look, man, y'all got to get back on the court, man. Vanderbilt, Gabe Vincent, Hachimura, I mean, you guys got to get on the court. Got to be on the court. We can't win when our players that we are paying over
Our big
18,
role players. Our big role players.
Yeah, big budget role players are not playing. I'm sorry.
And you're a huge Max Christie fan, but but he's not the guy who's gonna. He's a role player to the role players right now.
Exactly.
And he'll get himself to that point. But you know, if we're counting on Max Christie to bring us to the promised land, we're gonna be in trouble.
Very much so.
You know, Money Mike. Is it just that the Lakers, as we know, just have the bullseye that the teams come out and want to step on our throat?
I mean, historically, Lakers always had the bullseye. Like that's what we are. Like we are the team. We're always the ones that we travel well. You know what I mean? It's gonna be. It doesn't matter what city we go to. It's gonna be Laker fans in there.
Everywhere.
Obviously, if you're the home team, you're gonna be mad about that. Look, I mean, they gotta come ready to play every time, and you want to win every game, but you gotta come ready to play. You gotta be, and you gotta be mad about this loss. And you really got to take it out on the next team, which is Detroit, which is not really that great of a team. So, I expect for them to blow them out by at least 20. I mean, that's how you go and say, no, what happened wasn't right. If they out there laughing and joking, which I haven't seen I didn't see any footage.
Well, actually, right here, Austin Reeves quoted as saying after the game, by losing by 44, they beat the shit out of us.
Yeah.
So that's when he said, I haven't seen what LeBron had said about it, but Reeves at least acknowledges. He's not too.
Yeah, but LeBron is, you never see, like, his lip is never tight. And, it's never never like have that demeanor. Like I just remember, I remember years ago, I think it was on the Miami at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And he said that after he lost the championship, he said that he was good. He's gonna go be on the beach on vacation.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, I'm fine. And you just lost, like, the chance of winning the championship, and that always have stuck with me because it feels like, like. He just doesn't care. Like like he's a great player, but he just doesn't have that full desire to want to win. You know what I mean? I think it's nice,
it just
but
doesn't have anything left to prove, and we need players with something to prove. Is that it? Is it just come down to that?
But you always have something to prove.
That's what I think too.
You always have something.
If you're playing the game,
you have something
to prove.
That's what it's about.
But I don't know. I think we're fine pushing the scoring record to 39,000 points. Pushing it to, I think, the 40,000 points is a nice bow on his career. 40,000 points. It's like good luck trying to catch that kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? I think you're right. He doesn't have much to prove when it comes to winning a championship because there's no desire to win championship.
It doesn't appear.
I mean, it doesn't seem. And at the same time, let's be real here. And I'm just going to be real, just keep it a buck. The league is not scared of AD and LeBron James.
Not at all. They're not adjusting their teams. They're not drafting. They're not trading
to
compete with.
Do LeBron James and AD, can they ball when they're motivated? Okay, fine. But if you have a star that's going to be every other day, ball out, give me a 40, 20, and 5, 6, 5 block shots, 2 steals, kind of crazy game, and then you follow it up with 16 points, 12 rebounds, 2 block shots. It's like the consistency of fear. I will consistently fear you, if you will. Okay, like I might fear you on one day, but if I'm taking my chances, it's a 7-game
series. Yeah.
You have not proven that you're going to go ahead and be this ferocious beast 4 games in a row. You haven't proved it. So, all right. So I'm going to attack you. I'm going to attack you, and we know the Lakers have tired legs. I mean, you want to be sad. If you really want to go ahead and mess your day up, go back and watch Bubble AD. If you really want to go ahead and ruin your day, if you want to ruin your day, go and look at what he used to look like. Because that guy is Gary, he's dunking, he is blocking shots, he catching lobs, he is not loafing up and down the court. It doesn't look like he's trying, like if he trip, he knows he's going to be out for 3 to 4 weeks. It's just, I feel that the fear factor is gone. On paper, everybody was had an eye on us. Game started.
By the box.
Yeah,
by the box.
You are your record.
Yeah.
You can talk all this stuff, how good you are, but on the record, on paper, this is your record, and like they said, you are what you said. You are.
Money. How do we? Is there a way that you can get a billionaire like LeBron James to get motivated for a NBA championship if he feels himself that he's already the GOAT and has nothing left to prove?
No, I mean it has to be something that's like within. It's one of the things that I dislike about him though. Like I never feel. Well, first of all, nobody ever fears for his whole career him. Nobody's ever feared LeBron. Like nobody's ever been like, oh my God, don't piss him off because he gonna give us 30 points, whatever.
There will be no I took it personal moments.
Right? Yeah.
like
the problem is like everybody when Kobe came in, when Jordan came in, those players you knew that you just wanted. You like we just gonna try to go in, and we don't want to wait to be giant. We don't want to talk trash to him. Kevin Garnett, same thing. Like certain players you just don't talk trash to. Because if you talk trash to, then you bring out something else. Kareem, same thing. You didn't want to get, oh no, Kareem is mad. Like, you just knew there were players that you just didn't, you really wanted y'all, can y'all just come and play the game?
I've got something for you. Can you name one of those players today that's anywhere in the league? Because you knew before Allen Iverson, Reggie Miller.
Who are we
you knew
afraid of?
Can you name one that if you talk too much trash, you're in for it?
No, the league right now does not have that kind of personality.
It's just
and a person that would have that kind of Mamba personality doesn't have the game to back it up. And that's Jimmy Butler. He doesn't really have the consistent game to.
He probably is. Yeah.
To have that.
He's probably the best.
Right, and then you have Giannis that could be, but Giannis is cool. I mean,
but I even love Giannis though. I even love Giannis because he has I think he has a certain respect. You like everybody because it's one of those things where I don't know how he does that. You know what I mean? And so at least when he comes into play, you're like, look, I don't know how he's going to get 35 and 15. He's going to do it, and they're still trying to go and cater to it or figure it out and try to prevent it to happen.
Mm-hmm. You know what I think has a little bit of me. Now, of course, I mean, we could look, man. Let's be real. I mean, I know he'd be out there on some knucklehead stuff, but John Morant is another person that you really do have to worry about because he's very combustible. Mm-hmm. Another player I like that I think is like that is Ant-Man from Minnesota, which I think are, if they're not mistaken, maybe the number 1 seed, number 2 seed right now. And they got there.
And I've seen interviews where he kind of talks like that.
Yeah, he talks like he is the man from the jump. Yeah, he lets you know that he's that guy, and he backs it up. He gets you 25, 26 points a game. Like, yes, there are some people, but you gotta be, gotta pay attention. What I'm seeing though, the duo that has the most talent on paper, you would think that would do more than that. Now, remember going back to Mamba. So, remember when Mamba was like on that weird 10 games, 40 points.
Oh yeah.
Okay, he had 10 games where you had 40 points in a row. I think he had 13. He had 35 plus or something. He had 4 50-point games in a row. After the first 2 games, when Kobe goes to 50, the third game, the game plan is not let Kobe get 50. That's the game plan. Not 40, not 35, not 22 and 10, 50. Do not let this man get 50. What he do? He gets 50. And you said on 14, like, don't let he get 50. What I'm saying?
Was that the same year in the Gardens?
Yes, dude. Yes. So it's like, that is the fear factor I'm talking about.
But you know what? But you know what's crazy about that? when he went on that run, you know who stopped him? You know who stopped him from scoring like above 40? Him.
Yeah.
It wasn't
let
a
it
team.
down a little bit.
It literally was like Phil Jackson coming to him and saying, "Hey man, we need Shaq in the playoffs, and we gotta feed him the ball. If you continue to do this, we're gonna lose him, and we need Shaq to feel like
That was the Dallas game.
right."
62 and 3
So,
quarters.
but what I'm telling you is like it wasn't the opponent, it wasn't the player, it wasn't the defense. It literally was the fact that Phil Jackson said, "Hey man, can you not score 40 points right now?" You know what I'm saying? Because it's bad. It's bad. So you're like, all right, cool, man. I'll score 28.
You showing you crazy is like the most dynamic player right now is bad for morale.
Right.
Like,
I mean, you. I don't know if you guys ever heard the interview, saw the interview when I think Byron Scott was hurt, and Michael Jordan said, "Hey man, you heard who's guarding me today?" And I forgot who that guy was, and he said, "Oh yeah, that's 50." You know what I mean? Like just conversation.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
yes.
And Byron Scott was like, "Hey man, just do what you can,
bro.
You know?
Like,
You know what I mean?
mean?
But you knew the thing about that was you knew that was gonna happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's no
You
one
knew-
in the league right now.
No.
And you know who I wish was that way because his Twitter game is off the chain. But I wish KD was that person on the court.
Yeah.
I wish KD on Twitter was KD on the court because KD on Twitter is a savage.
Yeah, but that's just a burner.
He's
account.
capable though.
No, not anymore. When he got exposed,
I know.
now he got his real
but see,
account.
KD's capable.
I have an idea.
He's
guys.
very compulsive.
We need to motivate this team, so I think it's time
We gotta
for
do
another
this.
Mamba moment.
All right.
So let's go ahead and pull out a random Mamba quote. And
This should help us.
This should apply
Okay, let's
to
go.
the Lakers and what they need to do. We're just going to open a page in Mamba Forever.
All right.
Inspiring quotes from legendary basketball star Kobe Bryant. Okay,
All right,
I'm just
let's
gonna-
finish.
in
Let's
fact, you know what, Mike? You do the honors. Flip to any page.
Come on,
start
Mama.
And read that quote.
Come on, Mama, let's
It's gonna
go.
be what the Lakers need.
I'm rubbing it outside.
There it is.
All right, let's
Let's
go
see.
to the back. All
There
right,
you go.
we gonna
I
open
just
it up.
want the most random ass quote ever.
It says, which one? Okay.
Pick one.
I never looked at basketball as work. I didn't realize it was work until my first year in the NBA. I thought everybody was so obsessive of the game like me.
Okay.
You know what, man? We just pulled that book out. You went right to a random
Right.
play, and it's
Did
so
you see
appropriate.
that?
It said it's calling to us.
He didn't realize it was work.
And
he
he
didn't.
thought everyone obsessed over their passions.
Nope.
Just like that. That was on.
Getting
He
blown
said that
out by
through
44.
ESPN, November of 2014, guys.
Yeah.
Mamba Forever quotes, they always apply. That was a nice one. What we're going to do, we're going to take a quick little break. When we return, we're going to finish the show. We got our final segment. Of course, you know we got Money Mike's Out of Bounds, so don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
Yes, sir.
Profanity.
A podcast for the fans, by the fans. Dive deep into the topics the other shows miss. Raw and uncensored.
And he's going to play team ball. His legacy is that stay.
Rare, hard-hitting interviews with players, coaches, and you, the super fans.
I'm not hating. I'm like, okay, cool.
3 championships in 5 years. You more than good, bro.
Profanity Nation. Listen live or subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. Powered by Jesse Brown of Keller Williams.
United One Protection Services. With over 30 years of experience, United One Protection Services has more expertise and knowledge than the other security companies combined. Residential, commercial, municipal, or institutional, United One Protection Services does more than just security. We protect your livelihood. United One Protection Services. we're back. Thank you for sticking around, and thank you for joining the Profanity Nation podcast. Of course, we were talking Lakers. We're talking about what we can do to motivate them. They didn't seem to need motivation for the tournament, guys. This in-season tournament, if I'm right, they're 4-0. So they.
Oh yeah, they bottom. We gonna win that.
They there. I was speaking to a friend of the show, of course, Beeve, Leave to Beeve. He's a host over here at Infanity TV on the breaks. He also happens to cover the Clippers and also happens to be a huge Clippers fan. I just had to ask him, Beeve, if the Clippers, they're already, I think, mathematically removed, but if they won the tournament, would you want to hang a banner into a dome next year? So at least you have a banner for the in-season tournament. What do you think he said?
Oh, he said yes.
He said yes.
He's desperate for it.
And without batting an eye, would you want that?
No. He's desperate for something for the ball.
That means nothing.
Beeve, what are you doing?
No, dude.
All right. Now, I'm really curious what a team will do if they win it.
I hope it's not a mandate.
Okay, hold on. Well, here's the real question.
Do I win?
How will it be presented? Is it gonna be presented like at the beginning of the season when you won the championship, where they actually do a ceremony?
It'll be at the championship game.
Or you know what I mean? Like how are they doing it? Or is everybody going up to the court and everybody gets their trophy and they pass it
The
around?
faces are gonna look worse than winning the Western Conference championship.
It's
Like, you know how Kobe Bryant was like, baby,
Yeah,
like,
we
okay,
ain't done
and you know how it look? That's what it's gonna look like. We are just here.
No. That's what we hope they look like.
But
But
see,
we were just talking about the fact that they don't seem to have that drive. So if they get the win, they're like, "This is cool. I'm glad I did this.
Here's
I
another
played
question.
great.
Here's
I
another
did
question.
wonderful.
I'm a winner.
I'm a winner."
Here's another question. The Lakers had a top seed in the tournament.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Do we want them to win it?
Yes, of
Yeah,
course.
dude.
Okay, so
Because I want to see the switch up. I want to see the
so
narrative.
if
You know we win.
they
That doesn't
win that,
Doesn't mean nothing. They want us to
Someone
win.
else did.
Oh, I can't wait
Yeah.
for the
but now
saltiness.
look, if they win that,
tournament.
are we gonna win the tournament championship?
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not tournament champion. Are we gonna win the NBA championship?
Well, we don't know what we look like, right? We still don't know.
Yeah, this won't be the team that finishes the season. But I will be curious to see if we flash forward 20 years, I know it's a long time, to see if there is absolutely any correlation between the tournament cup winner and where they went on and to succeed or not succeed. And it could end up being the curse.
Right.
That the tournament winner something
No
ends up
team
happening and they
who's
don't
ever
even
won.
make it to the playoffs. Who knows what's going to happen, right? I mean, it could be
Yeah.
anything.
Imagine, like you said, like no team who
Like
ever
right
won
on the cover of Madden. Like you don't want to be on the cover of Madden.
Right,
because you-
right.
Like stuff like that. You don't know that's going to happen until you do.
Yep.
So real quick, I know we're almost at the end of the show,
Yep.
but I do want to. I gotta ask y'all opinion about
Mhm.
this. You know, did y'all see what Popovich,
Yep.
did when everybody was booing Kawhi, and he got on the mic and said, "Stop booing him."
That's not us.
Like I don't understand that on so many levels. Number one, I wouldn't consider Kawhi Leonard to be an actual Spur. First of all, let me just say that. Was he on the team? Yes.
He's not going to
But
the
was
Hall
he
as
a Spur? No, he's not a Spur. You know what I mean?
Oh God.
So number one,
He's no way he's going into the Clippers.
no, but he listen. Look,
If he wins one, if he doesn't,
but he's not a Spur though. I mean,
well, he's not a Toronto Raptor then.
But I mean, he's a great player in the league. It's the same thing. Like,
Bruh, don't do that.
He has to be a Spur.
He has to be a Spur. He literally won in Finals MVP as a Spur.
and he did
However,
something in Toronto.
Yeah, but let's break it all the way down.
No,
Yeah.
Okay, if we're gonna break it all the way down, he was the man going to the Toronto Raptors, right? He was the man.
Right.
When he won his MVP, he literally was going against the big three of
Yes.
Miami, and they were not supposed to win that championship. And where the hell did fool come from out of nowhere? That's what happened. Kawhi did not just. And let's be real, when Kawhi It was a dirty play by Zaza Pachulia,
Yep, that put him out, injured him. Otherwise, they could have gone.
or else they smoking with KD. They are smoking the Golden State Warriors. So I don't know. I want to say
why?
I don't like him, but guess what, bro? Like, to be honest, that's where he cut his teeth. That's what we know. That's why he got that clutch. That's why we know. I mean, yes, he was the man offensively in Toronto.
They don't consider him the great because of what he did in Toronto.
But
They consider him the great because he was able to repeat what he did in San Antonio in Toronto. So yeah,
he
for
gotta
right
be
now,
a Spur, man. He gotta be a Spur, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, so but why is Popovich defending them?
I actually,
That's soft.
yeah. I actually think that goes right along with exactly what we're saying. What's wrong with the league? Nobody hates each other. No one's allowed to hate each other. Dude, that's what's great with sports. Pop, look, I'm going to say this. Pop,
I mean,
we get it, Pop. We get it. You know, there's a courtesy, there's a politeness, there's this. But honestly, this is competition. It's fair. Booing is part of the game, and it actually feeds the fire. So I think it's an important part of the game. I don't think Pop should have stepped in.
Yep.
we know Kawhi didn't ask him to do that.
No, quite
I mean, are Kawhi's feelings hurt? I don't
No,
understand.
we don't care about
like,
that.
What are we doing? Like, you know, I think I just had to speak on that because look, I really do think that's ridiculous. There are people that came there, bought their ticket, rather it was $200-$300, simply
They
just
kept
to just to boo him.
Yeah,
When
just 'cause
I'm going to this game. I ain't going to no other game. I'm going to this game
It's
to
fine.
boo Kawhi Leonard, and I think they should
fun,
allow
and
that
it's
to
in
happen.
Good spirit. They're
I
not
mean,
throwing tomatoes
Right,
at them.
you know what I'm saying?
You know they're booing. It's all in good fun. Okay, so
Yeah.
as you
Oh.
know, we finish the show with a segment we call Money Mike's Out of Bounds. That means Money Mike is going to share his thoughts or opinions on a topic, and he just wants to know, are those thoughts or opinions in bounds or out of bounds?
Hey, this is a real simple one,
Money
man.
Mike, you
I
got
know
the
y'all
mic.
gonna agree with me. I know I say it every time, but listen.
He says it every time.
Hey, this whole Draymond Green thing, I need a Draymond Green in my life. I need that guy who, you know, you know what? The fact that I could just sit back and know that I got somebody that got my back. If anything go down, he gonna make sure I'm good, and he gonna take all the biggest man. I need a friend like that all the time. Am I out of bounds to say I need a Draymond Green in my life?
No, you need 100% inbound. We do need an enforcer. Every team needs an enforcer.
In life, I'm talking about just walking down the street with a homie. I need a homie like that.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
even in the game.
So you talking about somebody
I'm just
that
talking
commit-
about.
a
I need
permanent
somebody to ride
enforcer.
with me.
Somebody can
Like,
ride
you
with
know
you
what I
and just
mean?
commit
Just
random
ride
assault.
with me. No, not random
like if he
assault.
gets bad service,
I'm just saying,
they're gonna
if
take
anything-
the,
if
the
anything go
waitress
down,
aside and say,
yeah.
hey, get that shit together.
Isn't it a great feeling if you
Put it in
if
the
you
chokehold.
out about Isn't it a great? Wouldn't it be a great feeling though? Not to say I want my boy to do that. It's just a great feeling to know I'm around somebody. If anything go down,
See what it is?
I got a guy that's ready. I got a guy that's ready.
Yes.
There's a sugar
You're
daddy
inbound.
walking around you.
Inbounds.
You're very much inbound.
Inbound.
I love that.
Inbounds. Hey, you got 100%.
Man, I mean, good dude. I mean, this dude literally like, look, I'm about to take on this dude, and he known. He took the one that is known for you don't mess with, and he's like, I'm about to choke this dude out and get my 5 games.
And
Good
I'm fine
looking.
with that.
And
And I'm fine with that. Don't mess
He's
with my
100%
I
ready
love
to
that.
take all of it. He's like, I mean, keep choking. It's like 1 game, 2 games.
Yeah, he was
three
counting
games,
down.
4
Yeah.
games. Like,
He was
all right,
it's like
cool.
breakfast
My 5
club.
games.
I got you, Bender. 2 weeks. I got you.
Man,
2 months. All right,
man,
guys.
I love that just to have somebody in my corner like,
Let's
have
go,
my back.
Draymond. Let's go. You can.
Yeah, I need
you
some
have
help.
a career after basketball.
Man, to walk down the
Money
street
Mike
and
will
just know I
hire
got
you.
somebody.
You have a career, no problem. All right, guys. This was a great show. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for listening, following, watching. Be sure to hit up infanitytv.com. Coming up on Friday, December 1st, right?
Yeah.
Friday,
Hey,
December 1st. The premiere of Culture Vultures. You're going to find it on our YouTube channel and
Can't
infanitytv.com.
wait for
Culture
that.
Vultures with Petty, Lakers, Petty, the
Petty's Laker fan, Speed,
Speed,
and
and
special guest.
Special guest on this first episode is who?
Ooh,
Got
Can't
kids
tell
already.
yet?
Ah.
Yeah, keep it shit.
Can we announce it here? Producer,
Can we announce it?
We can announce.
All right.
Special guest on the first episode
Ice
of Culture
Cube's
Vultures.
Son.
Oh, please. O'Shea Jackson in his own right. O'Shea Jackson Jr. That was raw. All right. O'Shea Jackson Jr. in his own right was here in studio with Culture Vultures, and it was great.
Show.
Hey, look, I know Culture Vultures about fashion. It's all about sneakers. It's all about fashion culture. But I got to tell you, look, O'Shea, he's a Lakers fan, and he had to speak. He spoke on the Lakers, spoke on the Clippers, spoke on anime, spoke on shoes, spoke on fashion, spoke on LA. So much. Don't miss it. O'Shea Jackson Jr. on Culture Vultures, Friday, December 1st. That show coming out, and we'll be here every week with huge guests. Huge guests. Don't miss it. Culture Vultures, infanitytv.com. We got you covered.
Peace.
Peace.